So like a screwdriver, and you can do this. Ah! The Z590 motherboard is out, and I have here the MSI Z590 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi. And you know what? I have the MSI Z490 Carbon Wi-Fi to compare, and also a test bench. But before I get into that, I would like to thank our sponsor for today, the MSI Z590 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi motherboard. It features, of course, the new Z590 chipset, the latest Gen 4 PCIe and M.2 solution with up to 64GB per second bandwidth, USB 3.2 that offers 20GB per second transmission speed, that's 4 times faster than the, USB 3.1, 2.5 gig LAN, Wi-Fi 6E, and as the name says, has carbon fiber design. To learn more, click on the link in the description below. So for this video, I'm gonna set up my test bench because I realized I haven't shown you guys this side of PC building. For now, the CPU I have is the Intel Core i9-10900K, and it will be interesting to see if there is any improvement, if any, if we run it on a Z590 to the Z490 motherboard. Motherboard obviously will be the MSI Z590 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi. I did say it has Gen 4 PCIe, but because the 10900K is not Gen 4 PCIe compatible, it will be limited to Gen 3. With that, I'm gonna guess gaming performance will stay the same, but let's wait for the benchmark. For the GPU, I don't want the GPU to bottleneck the CPU, so I got the MSI 3090 Gaming X30. We did a couple of videos, so check that out if you haven't already. For RAM, I'm going to use the Corsair Dominator Platinum 16GB of DDR4 4000 MHz. For case, PSU and CPU cooling, I have this. It's an open test bench table 1.1. I only recommend this if you need to do tons of benchmarking, but if you're a regular gamer, don't bother. It's running an 850 watt power supply and a regular 120 radiator all-in-one CPU cooler. It's good enough if I don't overclock the CPU. So let's start the build. Let's do a proper unboxing of this. Interestingly, the box is at the top. Motherboard. Oh, what's this? I've never seen this before. Okay, cool. So let's see what's in the box. So we have some cable stickers and some promo and obviously the manual. So that's here. I'm not sure what's this. Oh wow! It comes with a brush to, when you have dust on your motherboard or something, you can dust. And it comes with two kinds of brush, the, the thin ones and like a thick one, like a more rigid one. Oh, look at that, it's a screwdriver keychain that you can bring everywhere. Cool. 2 SATA cable, your M.2 standoffs and screws, cables for your RGB. Well, you have a thumb drive. I'm not sure whether everyone gets it. We have the motherboard and we have the Wi-Fi dongle. Is it called a dongle? I think so. Ta-da! That's it, unbox. Job's done. So it's actually very easy to install on this open test bench. So the thing that is very useful for this test bench is that they have this standoff, which is I'm not sure how you call it, but it clips in. It clips in the motherboard, so you don't need screws. So I just have to put it like this, push it down, and then it's secure. You see? No screws required. Secure. Let's put in the CPU. Very easy. Tada. Oh no, forgot to put the backplate for the CPU cooler. So see, if I forget to put the backplate for the CPU cooler, then I can just take it out. But before I put the backplate, I'm gonna put some thermal paste on the CPU. Quite badly done thermal paste, I'm gonna admit. It will still have efficient cooling. CPU cooler installed, fan pump to fan pump, CPU fan to CPU fan. Okay, I have 2 storage device, motherboard power, CPU power, okay. RAM, where's my Dominator RAM? So this RAM is interesting because it has like its own cooling. Look at that guys, 4000 MHz. Remember it to put on the 2nd and 4th slot. For the first priority, dual channel slots. I'm a little bit lazy to put the RAM cooling. It's not really a heatsink, it's just a fan. But I think a lot of y'all want to see me put it, so I'm just gonna do it. There we go. We have cooling for the RAM. Last but not least, we have the RTX 3090. Don't forget the power. It takes 3 8-pin PCIe power cables. There you have it. all is done. We have the test bench set up. So now we need keyboard, mouse, monitor. Let's do it. My mouse is over there. Damn. Let's make sure it turns on first, okay? Before I take the mouse. Okay, so here's a trick. If your motherboard don't have a on button, you can actually go to the front panel connectors. If you touch two of the pins that are supposed to be the on button, it will turn on. So let me show you. You can have something metallic, so like a screwdriver, and you can do this. Ah! Joking only lah, joking only. I'm good. got scared now. Oh, okay, cool. XMP's profile already turned on. 4000 megahertz, you all can see that, 4000 megahertz. So one thing I want to try before I do the benchmark is a Cinebench. Because I already test the 10900K with the Z490 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi and the score is 13,500. Okay, so let's see how motherboard does with the same CPU. Because I'll say gaming in particular won't have changes, but Cinebench and CPU performance might. So let's run it one time, okay? One time. It's done. I mean, I only ran it once, but got improvement. It got 14,428. That's 1,000 more points. Let's run it one more time, just to be sure. Maybe it's like a one-off kind of thing. 14,459. By all means, this is just one benchmark, and I'm gonna admit, because of the resources that this channel has, I can't have a lot of benchmarks. But this is pretty interesting to see a bit of performance improvement with the same CPU, just a different motherboard. But before I get into the conclusion or anything yet, I'm gonna properly benchmark other stuff, gaming and stuff, and compare it with the Z490 motherboard. So as expected, gaming performance is the same. But yeah, benchmarks for Cinebench did improve. I'm guessing it's just because the Z590 board is more efficient running the i9 10900K. And as for price, the MSI Z590 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi is $499 on online stores, and the MSI Z490 Gaming Carbon Wi-Fi is $439 on online stores. It's a little bit hard to recommend the MSI Z590 Gaming Carbon with a 10th gen CPU, because even if you have Gen 4 PCIe and M.2, you can't use it. But there is an improvement in CPU performance. You do have Wi-Fi 6E, USB 3.2, and you are ready for the next gen of Intel CPUs. So if that is important to you, then the extra $60 should not be a problem for you. With that, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. Be sure to subscribe because the next gen CPUs are coming out, and I do plan to cover the high and low ends of the CPUs for the next chapter of Intel. So with that, I'm done. Don't worry, okay guys, in the next round I will do more benchmark. Please put in the comments if I'm doing anything wrong. Now's a good time to do it. If I make mistake, now's the right time to do it. Once the next gen come out, I need to be on my A game already. Steady, I'm here for you. We will do it. Let's do it. Born to be a winner, born to be a champion, born to be a winner, born to be the very best.